Hello, everyone. Welcome to BBC World. I'm your host, Raymond Field. I'm right with my brother Emmatom all the way from New York to, of course, react to the this news. I did a video about it yesterday. Of course, you've seen that Joshua have been overtaken by um Tyson Fury as the highest paid boxer. Okay, Joshua used to be number one, but Tyson Fury overtook him. So it is what it is. But Emmatom Tom is right here to give his take on it, and of course what he thinks about it, and if he disagrees and why it's like that. So it'd be nice to hear from Emmatom Tom. Bro, what's up? How is everything, bro?
Yeah, yeah, my brother, I'm doing very well and good to hear from you.
Thanks, bro. So, I mean, you saw the list yesterday. Tyson Fury, is now the highest paid athlete. Lance, highest paid athlete, highest paid boxer. Um, you know, um, he was, of course, for me, it's a little bit strange in a way that for someone who was out of the ring for more than 3 years, come back and fought bombs, I mean, in fact, and they couldn't even sell tickets, and all of a sudden became highest paid. That to me was shocking, but at the same time, we all know that he got a huge deal from Top Rank and ESPN, so that could have played a part as well. And looking at Joshua's last fight against Andrews Jr., he got paid more than I mean, he got paid a huge amount of money. The full amount was not disclosed, but we know it was huge. It was very, very huge. So, what's the take on that? And what how do you see? Like, I mean, do you have any like doubt, or do you think this was manipulated or what?
Well, absolutely, that deal is yet to sign, and all this controversy started when Tyson Fury had interview with, is it ILTV with Cassius? What's the name of that YouTube channel from Cassius in UK?
IFA TV.
IFA TV. And he disclosed that he's wishing to be the best number one top paid athletes. He wished to rule the boxing division. That's where the whole thing started. And then that gave me an ample opportunity of digging a little bit deeper to understand the source of all this information. I come to realize that, of course, America runs boxing. When you talk about boxing, when you talk about money in boxing and the name in boxing, you can't take out America. Forbes magazine is a bi-weekly magazine here in United States, of course, right there in where my brother Ty is staying in Jersey City, New Jersey. That's where they have the headquarters, established since 1917. When you talk about magazine, you would not fail not to include Forbes magazine. And then looking into all that, we also see that Steve Forbes, which is also about 72 years old of age, is the editor of Forbes magazine. And then we look at ESPN. ESPN is an American basic cable sport channel with over more than $36 million net worth. It's owned by ESPN Incorporated and jointly owned by Walt Disney. You know who Walt Disney is?
Yeah.
The people that own Disney World. Does that mean also his son, their founders, brothers, Scott Romanson, whose son is Scott, with Dish TV. These are big power cable network. These are big. When you talk about money, you're mentioning these people, and these people are associated with ESPN. And who signed the Gypsy King? Gypsy King is signed by ESPN. Is it not right? And America seems to be at the center of where money is in boxing. When Tyson Fury could not make a name for himself in Europe, what happened? He ran to America. And when he ran to America, what happened? ESPN seized the opportunity through Bob Aaron. And don't forget who Bob Aaron is when we talk all this. Bob Aaron is an American lawyer who is also a promoter of top business boxing players. He was one of the promoters of Muhammad Ali, whether you like it or not. Bob Aaron. So Bob Aaron plays a significant role when we talk about boxing, the world boxing. Does that mean he's about 88 years old as ESPN, and as old as Forbes magazine? 88 years old. Those are the age bracket. And what happened? He signed. He's one of the co-promoter of Tyson Fury, and he is also linked, and of course has a sport analyst with ESPN. So you see, ESPN, Bob Aaron, and then you want to talk about Frank Warren. Frank Warren, of course, he is the founder of Box Nation. Of course, is an Englishman, where Tyson Fury is also, and he's also linked with Bob Aaron, and also linked with ESPN, and also linked with Forbes. So why would Forbes not do what America wants? ESPN is an American cable network. Does that mean? And Forbes is one of the oldest publication company out there, magazine company out there. So, and they want to market their value. And who do you think will be that greatest asset to them? Is the Gypsy King. Because they try to invest on Deontay through Fox Sports, but Deontay was a huge disappointment. Bob Aaron took the advantage. Frank Warren took the advantage and handed over to who? To Tyson Fury. What is the highest amount of money Tyson Fury has ever earned in a boxing match? Can anybody guess? How much? We talk about the cow cash in the division. We talk about the highest paid boxing player in the division. And you mentioned Tyson Fury? Anthony Joshua. You know what I always wanted to say? In fact, as a matter of fact, I'll call on Saudi Arabia immediately without apology. I beg on the king and the king of Saudi to name the stadium after Anthony Joshua. They should name that stadium Anthony Joshua Boxing Complex, because that was where history was made, and that was where Anthony Joshua pocketed $84 million. Listen, this is not a joke. Anthony Joshua lost a match in Madison Square Garden and went home with $36 million. What is the highest purse of Tyson Fury in any match? Average pay of Anthony Joshua in every match right now is about $35 million. Okay, you talk about those that endorses Anthony Joshua. You're talking about the Under Armour. You talk about the Jaguar Land Rovers. What are you talk about the Beats, the Sky Sports, Hugo Boss. Hugo Boss is one of the biggest brand name here in the world. Of course, headquarters in America, Europe, right there. Does that mean? These are all people that have endorsed Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua is money-making machine. So now you want to play politics because you want to equate. You want to equate AJ so that AJ would think of sharing income whenever they meet with Tyson Fury. So you started by bringing AJ down. Look, AJ has about 18 million followers across in Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. AJ left Showtime, an American cable network, in 2018 and got $1 billion deal with his promoters in Matchroom Sport and DAZN streaming. At 22 fights, he captured the heavyweight division championship worldwide. till this day, an average salary of 36 million, and you are telling me it is Tyson Fury? How much? What is the network of Tyson Fury? The deal is not yet signed. It's not even done yet. These are propaganda they are selling out to eliminate where Joshua is. Come on, man.
Sorry, bro. Sorry to interrupt. Someone that commented on this post, underneath on this post, he said, he of course posted something, very interesting fact here. He posted a list of the UK richest young 50, at 30 and under. Okay. Number one is the Duke of Westminster, what the sum of 10 point something plus pounds, and number two, Lady Charlotte Wellesley, Jack Sullivan with 3. Number 4, India Rose James. Number 5, Ed Sheeran. Number 6, Ben Francis. Number 7, Gareth Bale. Number 8, Anthony Joshua. Number 9. Daniel Radcliffe. Number 10, Harry Styles. So Anthony Joshua is the eighth youngest, richest person in the UK. Okay, so how did that Fury make? That Fury is not in the list. How did he make? I don't just get it. But continue, brother. So it's weird.
Yeah, it is the politics of America running the boxing war. That is why Tyson Fury ended up by procrastination. It's not even yet reality. It's propaganda. Is selling theory. Is selling narratives so that the boxing world will jump in and comment. And the lovers of Tyson Fury, the chip seeking, would start endorsing the chip seeking before the actual contract is signed. Yes, let's look into reality. Can Tyson Fury sell pay-per-view? Come on! What is Tyson Fury's net worth? How much has he ever raised in a boxing tournament? Now, AJ doesn't struggle to make the money because he paid the price. This is a guy that left boxing for 2-3 years because of being mentally challenged due to how he exposed his body to toxics, doing things that wasn't healthy for his body. Does that mean? And then he jumped back and he's embraced. Even what surprises me more is when the top boxing analysts, people that supposed to promote like Anthony Joshua in matchroom boxing, people like Eddie Hearn's father, Barry Hearn, whom Joshua is representing, when they want to talk and give praises to Tyson Fury, they forget the guy that is making the money for them is Anthony Joshua. So, my brother, I want us to understand what Anthony Joshua has brought in within a very short time. The Saudi Arabia should name that sport complex after Anthony Joshua. They should do it. They should do it. Because that sport complex was built for only one singular honor: to host AJ versus Andy Ruiz Jr. So the winner of that match, that stadium plays a significant role. That stadium ought to have been named after Anthony Joshua. Period. That's a fact. That's justice. That is promoting sports. So now coming back and trying to buy into a narrative that Gypsy King, who could not sell a stadium in Europe, came to America and is embraced by the opportunists, ESPN, who is trying to compete with the Zone, because the zone has taken over network sales and marketing, internet marketing. The zone has taken over. Now, ESPN is trying to compete, and they are looking for someone that can stand toe to toe with Anthony Joshua. And so they went after Tyson Fury, the Gypsy King. They invested so much, even exposing this guy to WWE. Can you guys still remember the marketing strategy? How he was brought before Brooks, brought in WWE to fight with the world's strongest man, not the world's strongest man. How do they call him? You know, bro, something that I've forgotten his name. How WWE has deposited, sung in adverts, publication, just to propagate and lift Tyson Fury to a point of marketing, and they have not even allowed to see how much this man can produce, can bring in. It's not even endorsed by the top money stationary companies as Anthony Joshua. And now they want to sell this out. It's not even signed yet. Bro, it's nothing but it's nothing other than speculation. It's a mere speculation. We all know who the cash cow of the division is. He doesn't need to be sold. His past deeds open ways for him. His past deeds sells him. And that's Anthony Joshua. So my brother, I refuse to believe that speculations. And I want us to understand and get to see the facts that Anthony Joshua, when we talk about boxing, remains the highest paid boxer. Until that is signed, let us see what they are able to bring in to the table without being sponsored and helped by international monetary power like ESPN.
I think ESPN gave Tyson Fury a huge deal, right? That might be the part of it. Like that, I heard he got $100 million deal, right?
He hasn't yet. It's speculation. It's speculation. Not until he's signed. Until he's signed, it's speculation. It's not signed. It's speculation.
So I'm just wondering how that happened. But Forbes never lie, though. You know, Forbes, they never lie about financial. Maybe at the end, maybe Team Joshua they didn't like. Maybe they didn't disclose everything they got from. You know, it's just like for example, you know, there is a fight post or paper. There's on a document when you're a fighter and you're competing, and of course there's official posts, you know, which they're gonna present to the government to go through it because they have to take tax from it. I don't know. So because you have to pay tax as well. So maybe Team Joshua haven't really been presenting all the facts. You know, just like for example, if a Jabba when he got paid the sum of was not $6,000 or $3,000, but according to what I heard, they said Heyman, you know, just did that and gave behind, you know, after the fight, gave them extra bonus money. I don't just know. I mean, there's something tricky right here, but
okay. Ben, so how much? What was the network of? How much network was Tyson Fury BK's tournament, which was Deontay Wilder versus the Gypsy King? What was the purse?
Well, the purse was like something like we heard about 30 million each, right?
That's what they said.
That's what according to what's his name again? This journalist Mike Coppinger. Wilder got a guaranteed $30 million. $30 million, but that's guaranteed money. It means he also got some bonuses, you know, after that, I guess.
But are you aware that Anthony Joshua lost a match early last year in Madison Square Garden and pocketed $36 million? Are you aware of that? He lost the match.
Yeah, the same thing. But the thing is that Team Water and Team Fury always say, well, we didn't see it. We didn't see it. They don't show it. In fact, they say Sky Sports don't even show the pay-per-view of Joshua, like pay-per-view, like pay-per-view buys of Joshua. They don't even show it. Like, I think Joshua hands a lot of money, but I think because some things are not being disclosed by Team Joshua, sometimes maybe that might be the reason why he's not on record. Because what's on paper for Tyson Fury is that he's the highest paid boxer due to revenue that generated.
Well,
So
I don't think so. But however, I'm waiting for the end to say something.
Eddie, you see, Eddie hasn't said anything. So how can Joshua be the eighth? How can Joshua be the eighth richest? Eight richest youngster from the UK. Tyson Fury is not even the list. He's not even finalist. Joshua is competing with the likes of Eddie Sheeran. Ed Sheeran, Ed Sheeran is like, you know what I mean? Like he's the guy's like is a millionaire. Like the guy's a big star, nowhere. And Joshua is competing with Source guy, with Ben Francis, with Garrett Bale. Okay, Garrett Bale. Okay, just competing with a world class footballer, and I'm like, okay, how come Tyson Fury is not here? But maybe Tyson Fury's talk of course, Tyson Fury's talk rose after he beat to Water, and if he beats him again, I think it's gonna rise again, maybe. So
yeah, they should stop all these speculations and get the fight done, and let us really see. That's what they should do. I think Tyson Fury enjoys this type of talk. He enjoys the talk too much. And the Tyson Fury fanboys and supporters, they enjoy talks of this nature. But rather than fighting, they would not fight. Tyson Fury was very eager when he was interviewed by Ideal TV that he would love to fight. He would love to take a fight with Mike Tyson. Why do you want to take a fight with Mike Tyson when Anthony Joshua is waiting here for you? Why are you running around the bush? Does that mean you claim to be the best, but you refuse to step into the boxing ring with whom you thought you're better than?
What is just surprising is that anytime you mention Joshua's name, Tyson Fury is like, I will beat him, I will do that, I will do this, he's a bomb, he's a this, he's a dosser. But yeah, when it's time to sign the contract and all that, he doesn't really go for it. It's just a little bit weird. But I'm not saying he's afraid, but I feel like Tyson Fury doesn't want to like lose that hold, because it's just something with that hold that makes him feel superior to other boxers. In as much as I think boxing wise, of course, he's a better boxer than Joshua, but I do believe Joshua beats him because Tyson makes fight.
He's a better boxer than Joshua. I disagree with that statement. I've heard a lot of people say that. I will continue to disagree, Tyson.
Bro. Tyson Fury is a better boxer than Joshua.
Not reality, bro. I am not being sentimental. Tyson Fury is not a better boxer than Anthony Joshua.
Bro, you're a boxing fan. You have to be truthful sometimes. Tyson Fury, you and I, we know that Tyson Fury is skill set. Okay, his skill set. Like, I mean, other than Usyk right now, nobody has Tyson Fury's skill set in the division. But I believe Joshua beats him because Joshua knows how to beat such guys. So I mean, Tyson Fury is a better boxer than Joshua, bro. He's got more tools in his arsenal. Okay, tell me how Joshua is a better boxer than. Okay. Now you tell me. Tell me how Joshua is a better boxer than Fury.
I will not tell you.
Yeah, tell me.
Tyson Fury only has one system. He is.
Bro, the guy can fight. He can fight on southpaw. He can fight on. He can fight on orthodox. He can fight southpaw. He can switch.
I'm coming now. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. The skill set of Tyson Fury. Yes, he can turn southpaw. Yes, he can go orthodox. He can bounce on his foot. He can run around. But let's look into reality. His fight with Dr. Wallens, how did it go? His fight with Tom Scott, how did it go? Standing in front and shaking his head? Is that what we call the skillful nature of Tyson? Okay. The base of Anthony Joshua is even yet to be seen. Anthony Joshua, by each fight, is bringing in something people had wrote him off, and he is still learning. What can you teach Tyson Fury right now? What other thing could you teach this guy to improve better than him? The same movement, awkward way of inching you to box you and inching you to box you. Come on. You just like you took right hand away. You took right hand away from Deontay Wilder. If you take that away from Tyson Fury, which a boxer that is not even known to be among the top 10, Otto Wallens, took it away, and look at the way he beats. They were praying for the match to come to an end. Does that mean? Now, mention, come on, bro. When we talk about the skill set, AJ has the capability, he has the power with his two hands. You mean AJ has the foot to run around? You mean AJ has the cuts, the uppercuts, the side cuts, the straight jabs, the power? What are we talking here? What are we talking here? Where's the skill set? Bro, I disagree with this. Anthony Joshua, yes, I am not overlooking Tyson Fury, but Tyson Fury is underrated. Whom has Tyson Fury really beat in the boxing world? What are the 10 contenders of Tyson Fury? What are we talking about? Yes, he has the guts to have gone to Germany and take the belt from Vladimir Klitschko. But who was Vladimir
bro. Listen, I'm not saying Fury has achieved more than Joshua, but skill set wise, Fury is a better boxer than Anthony Joshua.
He is not.
As of now, bro, I'm telling you the truth. It's just like I'm a boxing fan. I'm a Joshua fan. But if we should look at it right now, the thing is that you have to understand. Okay, Joshua has achieved more because he is willing to take risk. Listen, Joshua was not supposed to fight Vladimir Klitschko at the time before them. You know that. You know that though. But you know because Klitschko has, of course, more experience, and I mean, he's achieved more in the past. The guy reigned for more than a decade as a champion. Okay, I don't know anybody that can replicate that in the next future. Maybe Joshua can do so, but Joshua learned his lesson against Andrew Regina in not looking past any fight. Any fight is war. So now, at the time he fought Klitschko, he was not supposed to fight Klitschko at that time, because you could tell that Joshua, in as much as Joshua is good as a boxer, but the thing is that at that time he hadn't gone past 7 rounds before. You know that. And when that happened under pressure, he was confused. That knockdown of Joshua by Klitschko, it was confusion, it was exhaustion, rushing in and trying to finish off Klitschko, and he knocked Klitschko down, trying to finish him off. But what happened? I never believed Klitschko would get back up, and because when Joshua catches you, and he drops you, when you get back up, he finishes off. But what happened after he dropped Klitschko? Like, Klitschko was bleeding, okay? Bleeding all over. You can just tell. I thought Klitschko was done. I thought Joshua was going to go in and finish him off. And Joshua went in to try to finish him off, but he couldn't. Klitschko started using his tricks. And then round 6 came, and what happened? Round 6 came, then Klitschko did what? Then he got Joshua. At that time, Joshua was already tired. But that was a huge learning curve for Joshua. Let's not get it twisted. That was a huge learning curve for Joshua. But at the same time, I understand. But before you go, I'm just saying, before you go, say something before you go, so that I can continue when you go.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're so happy to present this before you guys, and we are doing all these things for you. More exclusive sporting talk is coming your way. We have so much to talk about. With time, we are about to unveil things you've never heard in boxing. Get out there and sign up. We are doing this for you. I'm going to put a stop for right now because I have some other thing right now to do. Thank you.
Thanks, brother.
Appreciate
Appreciate it, brother. I appreciate it. So, for those of you guys who are saying, I'm seeing the comments from you guys saying that how is he better and how is that? Listen, I mean, Joshua cannot switch to southpaw now. You know, like he cannot fight on a southpaw stance for that long. Although he did against Povetkin, okay, but you can tell that he was still learning on it, okay, and it helped him against Povetkin. He should have done that against Andrews Jr., but he didn't. You understand? Because he felt like, okay, Andrews Jr. would be easy work for him. Even though I think I myself I thought he was going to like Andrews Jr. was going to put up a fight, but Joshua will eventually take him out, which he did. He dropped him, and of course made the same mistake he made against Klitschko by rushing in and trying to finish him off. But against Klitschko, when Joshua got knocked down, he got back up and recovered, okay, with the rounds. But against Ruiz Jr., he couldn't. He couldn't because Ruiz Jr. came with a different strategy, with of course his fast hands, and that's why Joshua had to go back to the drawing board after he lost and came back with a different strategy entirely. And what did they do? He played and toyed with Andrews Jr. and he gave him a Boston scholarship. So skill set wise, Fury is a better boxer. Like, I'm a boxing fan, I'm saying it. I'm a Joshua fan, everybody knows, but Fury is a better boxer than Joshua. But does that mean he beats Joshua? No, because Joshua has a style to beat Fury. Okay, Joshua has a style to beat Fury. And why I'm saying Joshua has a style to beat Fury is because Joshua and Fury, they sparred before, and Joshua understands how Fury change his stance, because Fury is a guy that is very slick. He's a slicky boxer. Okay, he's a slicky boxer. And when I like Fury's jab, but at the same time, I think Joshua can get past that jab, and Joshua can get on the inside. Because if now the reason why Joshua beats Fury, because Joshua can get on the inside, can work his way on the inside. He know how to do so. Deontay Wilder doesn't know how to do that. Deontay Wilder cannot work on the inside. He's not what he's about. He's a guy that can only hit you from the outside. Deontay Wilder is dangerous on the outside, but not on the inside. So when you pressure Deontay Wilder, he's gonna give up. But Joshua can fight on the outside and on the inside. But Joshua is more dangerous on the inside. It wasn't against Andrews Jr. because Andrews Jr. has faster hands than Anthony Joshua. If Joshua and Andrews Jr. straight, okay, on the inside, Joshua will surely lose because Ruiz Jr.'s ass is fast. You don't see it coming. And because Ruiz Jr. throws a lot of illegal punches as well, we remember that punch that he just had on the back of the head. We remember that. We know that was illegal, but it was counted as illegal. Like the Ruiz Jr.'s, I mean, it should have been a point should have been deducted from Ruiz Jr. for doing what he did. But the thing is that for someone like Fury, whose hand speed is not as fast as Andrews Jr., which is not even close, Joshua will get on the inside and Joshua will walk Fury down. He's going to walk Fury down the inside, and that uppercut is going to hit very hard. And when he hits Fury hard, I don't know if Fury will be able to get up. But I do believe that Fury has a very good chin, in as much as the chin is a little bit shaky, but he can get back up. Because remember, when Fury got dropped by Steve Cunningham, I thought it was over watching that fight. I thought Steve Cunningham was going to go there and finish him off. But what happened? He recovered and started playing it safe. And what did he do? He started using the jab, started moving and slick. Because he took Steve Cunningham lightly the first time. But after seeing that, oh, this guy can drop, this cruiserweight can drop me. Then what did he do? He started using his jab. He started moving around, started using his long reach. Steve Cunningham couldn't even get close anymore to Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury is is a great boxer. In fact, Tyson Fury is one of the Tyson Fury is the best boxer skill wise in the heavyweight division. But when we talk about who's the man, Joshua is the man. Why is Joshua the man? Because Joshua is the one that is ready to go there and do wonders. He's the one that is ready to go there and take a risk. He's the one that will go there and say, I will knock you out, I will knock you out. I will boss you, I will boss you, I will boss your head off, and then he bosses your head off. But against Fury, Joshua cannot boss with Fury. He doesn't. If listen, I'm just saying that if Joshua bosses with Fury, Fury wins. Fury will make it boring. In fact, you and I would never love the fight. He will make it so boring to the point where all of us will just go to sleep. But if Joshua, of course, him having different styles that he can implement. If he come, and trick Fury and make Fury believe that he is coming to box, and all of a sudden start, switching angles and all that. And according to what I've heard so far, Joshua is working on a new technique, a new trick for Fury. So if that trick completes, if that trick completes and Joshua works on it, bro, Fury wouldn't know what hit him when Joshua does. When Joshua hit him with an uppercut and again come with a left hook, right hook, and then before you know, Fury like staggering, before you know, like to the body, because I believe that Fury is weak to the body. He's weak to the body. So Joshua the advantage that Joshua has compared to Deontay Wilder is massive. Joshua can go on the inside, he can fight on the outside, but Joshua is more dangerous when he fight on the inside because of the combinations and, of course, the uppercut. That uppercut, you all know what he did to Dillian White, and I believe Fury doesn't have a granite chin. Even Andrews Jr. that has granite chin, he couldn't handle it when Joshua started through combination. But the only difference is that Joshua went in for the kill against Andrews Jr. He would have won that fight easily against Andrews Jr. It's just that he went in for the key win. He shouldn't have. The food was not cooked, so he wanted to go rush it and eat it quickly, despite the food not being cooked yet, not being done yet. So what happened? The food attacked him back. It was too hot for Joshua to eat, and that's what happened, and they ended up making Joshua lose that fight. But anyway, guys, for those of you guys that are watching right now, I appreciate you guys. I definitely like to take stuff here when people are alive. I would love to take questions from you guys, and please don't comment rubbish. Just keep it civil. We're all civilized here. And shout out to my brothers right here: Ibrahim, Mael, Wizard Sleeve, Lisa Bales, Mutflawed Warrior, Ogunsola Abbas. Shout out to all of you guys. Let me see what Don Dada says. Fury will never beat AJ. You never say never. I do believe that AJ is like has advantage, has the more advantage. Because he's the tools he's working on right now. The trick is working right now. Fury will not see it coming. But Fury is not someone you underestimate. Fury, believe me, Fury should be the one. It should be the favorite. So that, because Joshua is always the favorite and all those stuff is too boring. Because if Joshua is the favorite, we all expect Joshua to just beat him. No, let's make Fury the favorite and make Joshua the guy who cannot do it. Because we know he will do it. We defend. We know he will do it. We know he has to do it. We know he has the tools and skill set to do it. But we don't want pressure to be on the champ. So let's just make Fury the favorite, and so that Fury fans, by the time Joshua beat him, and that will make them okay, put respect on Joshua's name. So if we start clamoring and say, oh, Joshua beat him, and if Joshua beat him, they will say, oh, you see, Fury was not this, Fury wasn't that. They'll start making a lot of excuses. Shout out to all of you guys who are watching right now. I'll be back with another banger, and yes, the story continues, bro. I appreciate you all, and God bless you all. And yes, go follow me on Instagram at Boxing Blog Center, on Twitter at Boxing Blog, on Facebook at Boxing Blog Center. Do well, brothers. Stay cheers, stay blessed, stay hungry, stay humble.